Moon in Leo. Just don't show any weakness. Everyone sees the world through different eyes. The sign of the zodiac in which your moon is located is your perception filter, which lets certain things through and filters out others. You may be terribly annoyed by a waiter in a cafe who always makes stupid jokes. Your friend hasn't even noticed. She actually finds him likable. We differ greatly in the way we look at the world and in the impressions and experiences we are more open to. Are you aware that you see the world through the eyes of a lion? Enjoy life to the fullest and don't miss a chance, that's your motto. You are convinced that you are entitled to joy and sensual pleasure. And the thought of declining vitality gives you sleepless nights. Your proud heart beats passionately, and you really blossom when others admire you, or at least acknowledge you. Even as a child, you were given a certain special status, and there was also a subliminal issue of who held the leadership position in the family. The harmonious father-mother-child dynamic was complicated by constant power games. This shapes your emotional life. You are familiar with hierarchies and find genuine equality difficult. Even among your peers, you suffered blows to your pride. You didn't feel like you belonged. The recognition you longed for didn't come, so you sometimes withdrew contemptuously. In return, you developed even more ambition to prove what you were capable of. If that didn't work, or only worked halfway, you felt like a loser and dreamed yourself into a shining superstar in your imagination. Copying role models is also a classic here. For you, defeat or embarrassment is much worse than for others. Your inner voice whispers to you that mistakes mean you are worthless, while success seems like a divine gift. This leads to stress and fear of failure. There are tricks to avoid this. Avoid challenges, be overly perfect, or simply reinterpret failures. All of this is exhausting for you. When life does present you with moments of helplessness, which you fear so much, you can use them to be kinder to yourself. You are not an inconspicuous little plant, but a deeply feeling person with great passion and creative power that is eager to unfold. A small stage where you can shine and reap a little applause will certainly do you good. But the pressure you put on yourself to succeed sometimes becomes a stumbling block. Who actually said that there are only winners or losers, only people above or below you? Just see your quirks as quirks. There's no reason to immediately go on the defensive when all eyes aren't on you. Your heart beats for the disadvantaged, and you can be really generous. But strong people don't always have to be opponents or unattainable idols, just relax. The pattern of superiority and subordination from your childhood that we mentioned earlier will unconsciously affect your choice of partner and the emotional level in your relationships as long as you don't recognize and work on it. For you, love initially means that your partner admires you unconditionally and never criticizes you. Therefore, you may look for someone who is inferior to you in important areas so that your leadership role is not questioned. In a relationship, you may be tempted not to encourage the other person's development, but rather their dependence, by controlling them. Not only is this exhausting in the long run, it also blocks genuine closeness and honest feedback. But that is exactly what you need, because self-esteem based on the weakness of others is not particularly stable. Perhaps you have also chosen the opposite path and connected with a particularly strong person, which fits into this pattern just as well. It may even be that the balance of power shifts several times over time. What all these dynamics have in common is the challenge of experiencing real connection on an equal footing. It may not seem like it from the outside, but you set the bar quite high for your counterpart. You expect full attention and quickly take it personally when you don't get it. Then you grumble quietly to yourself, even though the other person is simply exercising their right to space, just as you would. With your emotional temperament, relationship routine will certainly never be a problem. The ideal partner for you lets you be a little important, but is clever enough to see through your tricks and not let themselves be pushed around.